Before you make any major financial decision, it's important you consult with a financial advisor. But how do you find a good one? So a lot of it depends on what type of financial solutions you're looking for. Specifically, does that financial advisor have the knowledge and the capability you are looking for? You see, many brokers out there have experience in giving you an investment advice on something that you're looking for or something they recommend. But when it comes to the totality of your financial picture, that becomes a different story. You see, your financial picture is not just stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. And it's not just about the growth. It's more about increasing your wealth. So to find the right fit that would help you achieve that objective, you have to search and come across the right people that can help you. You see, a good financial advisor would help you with creating an elaborate plan that include not just your investment planning, but taxation, generational planning, wealth planning, legacy planning, and health planning from a financial perspective as well. If you are a business owner, there might be a number of business exit strategies that you need help with. And that is not going to be a normal run-of-the-mill advisor that can help you with that. Therefore, having someone that can look at the big picture and able to work with all that under one holistic program is of essence. Now, let's talk about how do you choose. Many people make a personality trait the main factor in how they choose an advisor. And while it's important for you to have a good personality fit with your advisor, the most important thing is that do they have the right capability and the right information and the right know-how to do the things you're looking to do, and that would truly help you. Sometimes you'd be surprised. You don't know what you don't know. Sometimes you don't realize there's one aspect of financial planning that you need, but simply because somebody did not probe enough or did not know how to probe enough to figure out that this is something that you should be looking into, which in the end could come up at a point in time where it would be something that creates a problem for you. So the first thing is match the expertise before you match the personality. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people go with the right advisor because it was more of a personality fit rather than solution fit. And the result is that they see problems that creep up down the line at times when they really need that solution. The next thing you want to look at is that, does that person really going to look out for me? Or are they just looking for the next client? You see, you want an advisor that's going to want to work for you and going to go above and beyond to help you with what you need. After all, your financial plan is something that should be done for the long term. And it's not something that you should be changing every day. But also keep in mind that if you're not confident about your financial plan, then it's something you must look at and address with somebody that might give you a second opinion and make sure that you're on track and that you haven't missed something. The other thing you got to look at are the fees. What kind of fees are being charged? The problem in this industry sometimes, you're going to have some hidden fees that are being charged and you're not aware of. We see that all the time. People come to us and they bring their financial statements. We break them down and we find out that there's so many fees in there that the client isn't aware of. And part of what we do as fiduciaries, we break it down. We break all the fees. We disclose all the fees to our clients on a regular basis, including the fees that they don't see. So beware of hidden fees and make sure that you're aware of internal expenses, things that don't show up on the statement, fees that you may not be aware of for one reason or the other. Another thing to watch for when you're trying to work with a financial advisor is to listen to their language. In their language, in the way they're talking to you, are they more concerned about you or are they just concerned about making recommendations to you based on whatever you're talking about? So if the subject of the conversation is strictly just this investment or that investment, then something's wrong. Are they asking enough questions? Are they probing sufficiently? Are they understanding you? Are they truly trying to get to your needs and the things that you're looking for in the future? And when you see that, there's a way to it where you can figure out if this person is really looking out for me or they're just looking out for themselves. Another thing you should be looking for is your advisor or the advisor you're interviewing listening to you carefully? Are they doing more talking than listening to you? If that's the case, then you should consider that you're not being heard and consider that as a factor in making your decision with that advisor. Another point, how well are they explaining the solutions they have for you? Is it just a short explanation and you expect them to accept it? Or are they educating you? We find that education is key in helping clients understand the solutions they're getting into and how to implement them. And the more you educate people, the more they're going to be aware of what needs to be done. Another thing you got to look at Are they paying attention to your spouse? Are they working with your spouse? If they're not, then that's a red flag because your spouse most likely is involved with your finances. Now, granted, some people have their finances separated. If that's the case, that's okay. If your spouse is part of your financial life, then it's incumbent upon the advisor to make your spouse part of the process that you're undergoing. Another point, do they understand your goals? Have they tried to figure out what you want to do, where you want to go? Was it purposeful? Was it meaningful in the way they understood it? Or was it just casual conversation? Again, a good financial advisor must be able to understand you and they must make an effort in doing so. If they're not, you should be looking somewhere else. There is another subject when it comes to financial advisors that most people aren't aware of, which is, does your financial advisor specialize in the areas that are important to you? Lots of times you're going to find there's a generalist approach to these things. Well, I can do all that. But when it comes to real experience and real expertise in execution and deployment, you're going to find that those advisors don't know what to do. So it is important that you select someone that is familiar with the subjects of interest to you. For example, if you have a business and you have some certain kind of business needs, such as exit strategy or employee motivation, there are a number of financial solutions that can be helpful to you, but most advisors don't understand those solutions. Another area is taxation. A lot of advisors understand taxation from a basic rudimentary level or place. Most advisors know taxation from a very elementary level. If you really want to take advantage of tax solutions, you must have someone that specializes in those kind of advanced tax solutions that can help you with. Keep in mind, when it comes to tax solutions, there's only about 3 to 4% advisors that actually can deploy the major complicated solutions that you may need. Now, if you need simple solutions, yes, it's easy. But there are a number of strategies out there that you may not get from your advisor or the advisor you're interviewing. So it's important to ask those questions. Do you understand those strategies? What do you know about taxation? How far can you go? So if you find that the answers are rudimentary or they're just simple answers that probably don't necessarily will get you what you're looking for, then again, reevaluate. Another thing you look for when you're hiring a financial advisor, can they help you with your asset protection strategies in a meaningful way? Again, sometimes you yourself may not know what asset protection strategies are out there, because the whole point is that these strategies that could be very advanced and complex that you're not aware that they exist. But a good advisor will let you know what they do and what they can do for you. If they don't know what strategies are available and don't talk to you about them, knowing your situation, then again, here's what you need to do. You need to kind of reconsider if that is the right fit for you. One more thing, always balance out credentials with expertise. Believe it or not, credentials doesn't necessarily always mean expertise, and expertise doesn't necessarily require credentials. One more thing, do they have a teaching mentality or is it just a sales mentality? It is obvious that the people that like to help you understand the solutions to the problems you have are the ones that are going to be more beneficial to you. If the issue is just a product based, let's sell a product, here's an investment, here's a mutual fund, here's this, here's that. That should be a little bit of a red flag because, again, the focus is more on the investments than you. Peter Lynch once said, know what you own and know why you own it. So it's not just knowing what you have, it's why do you have it? And if certain investments out there that you have in your portfolio, you just have them without knowing why you have them, again, a second opinion could help clarify these things and get you on track. And if it's the right fit or the right investments or the right solutions, then good. And if it's not, then you'll know by consulting with someone else. Remember, the job of a financial advisor is not just to recommend investment, but to educate you. Make sure you understand what you're getting into. Make sure you're aware of all the pitfalls and the rewards you would get out of a solution. Another point, are they respectful? Will they respect your intelligence? Are they patient? Are they just going to rush you? Are they just going to try and get you to go with their plan without too much thinking or explanation? That should be a red flag, and that may not be necessarily a fit for you if that's not what you're looking for and you want to be educated and informed of what you're investing in. After all, you're the one that knows what's best for you. Another point, does your advisor have any incentive to recommend certain product for you? If they do, then that's something to watch out for, and that may not be necessarily a fit for you. In the end, you want to have an advisor that is capable, know what they're doing, and will keep you involved in the process so you can achieve your objectives. A good financial advisor will never claim that they know everything. Everybody is a specialist in something or the other. If you're looking for high-level, specialized solutions, then the generalist may necessarily be the right one for you. And if you're looking for just a generalist, then yes, that would be it. So it all depends on you, but keep that into consideration as you approach that search.